Hey, hi Karthik. Can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, hi Ashok. So, myself, Karthik, I have been, sorry, I have totally 9 years of experience in IT industry. So, previously, I worked in backup technology, and for the past 4 years, I have been working in DevOps and AWS cloud. So, as a DevOps engineer, I work on tools like Kubernetes, Docker, and for static code analysis, we use SonarQube and Maven for building the packages. And what else we use? We For deployment, sorry, continuous integration and deployment, we use Argo CD and Jenkins. So and in cloud technologies, we work on EC2 instance, S3 bucket, load balancers, VPC, and like Route 53. And we also manage the Kubernetes environment. Like the environment should be like always up. We work on day to day. We work on like Jira tickets and service node tickets on the issues. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, can you explain the end-to-end CI/CD pipeline in your project?
Okay, sure. So for source code and version controlling, we use GitHub, and then for unit testing, we use Maven, and the static code analysis, we use SonarQube, and then for building packages for Java application, we use Maven, and for any other Java scripts and all, we use npm. And then for Jenkins, we use Jenkins for automating the pipeline, and then for containerization, we use Docker, and Argo CD we use for deployment, and at the end we use Kubernetes cluster for deploying the application and the protection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what method do you use for deploying it in Kubernetes?
Method, okay.
Like blue green or canary?
Deployment or upgrade
For deployments.
deployment.
Okay. Yeah, that's
We
fine.
use a rolling update.
Okay.
Sorry, that is for updating, right? Sorry.
Yeah. For deployments like blue green or
Deployment we use Canary.
okay.
Yeah.
So use GitHub, right, for version control?
Yes, right.
Okay. So what is Git branch and how do you create one?
Uh, Sorry, Git branch is it?
Yeah.
Okay, branch is the main one. Like we used to work, right?
Yeah. So how do you create additional branch?
Okay, Git branch. Check out the new branch name we use.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't remember the old commands and all.
Yeah, you have to use Git branch for creating and Git branch and
Yeah,
branch name
Git
for
branch
creating the branch and Git checkout and then
for
branch name
switching
for
to the new branch, right?
yeah. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
can do Git checkout -b and then you can directly give the branch name.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
So what is the use of dot git ignore in Git?
Okay, git ignore. If you want to ignore any files from the source code, like log files or something, we can use the dot ignore and mention that what are the executions we need to ignore, that we can mention using the dot git ignore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, can Git handle large files? And in case if it can handle, how it will handle?
Launch.
For example, if file is like some 100 GB,
Okay.
will Git handle that one?
Not sure, Ashok.
Okay. So you have committed something into main
Mhm.
branch, okay? And then
Okay.
how you can reset that commit?
Uh, we have to move to the previous commit.
Yeah,
We
like
have to
what
move to
command
the
do you
previous
use?
commit ID. Git reset and commit ID. we have to use
Okay.
previous commit ID.
Yeah. Um, what is Sonar Scanner?
Sonar scanner is the main core component in the SonarQube that is used to scan the source code and scan the source code for vulnerability, or if any bugs or code smells or any duplications are available in the source code, it will scan and provides the output.
Okay. So how you will integrate SonarQube with Jenkins?
We have to install the plugins like Scanner, and then in the systems we have to add the SonarQube server in the Jenkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, for example, if SonarQube server is like it is slow,
Okay.
like how you will troubleshoot that one?
SonarQube server is slow.
Slow means performance is slow.
Okay. We have to check the memory space like CPU utilization and the memory space on the Sonar server.
Correct.
Yeah.
And actually, one more thing is there. So instead of running it for the entire project, you can execute it for specific files. Okay, so that it
Okay.
will be faster.
Okay. Yeah.
So how do we check Docker containers?
You, you mean what are the containers available?
Yeah, running
Because
containers.
we use command Docker uh, list containers, right?
Docker PS,
Yeah, Docker hyphen PS.
not hyphen. It is Docker PS.
Okay.
So in case if some containers are stopped, then how you will check those things?
Uh, Containers are stopped. Docker logs we use. Sorry.
It's Docker PS hyphen A.
Okay.
Okay, so we have something called volumes in Docker, right?
Yeah.
So what is the use of Docker volumes?
Docker volumes that is used to store the data of the containers.
Okay, so in
Yeah.
case if container goes down, how we
hmm
can use that volume to other containers?
Uh, we have to attach when we create a new container. We have to attach that volume. Yeah,
Correct.
we have to attach that volume to the new container.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain the steps in Docker file?
Docker file. Okay. First, Docker file. Okay. So first we have to mention like sorry, the from source base image we have to mention using the from command,
Yeah,
and then we have to provide the working directory, and then we have to copy the files from that host node to the Docker container. Then uh, we have to use this command cmd for mentioning any commands we need to run. That and all we have to mention.
okay. So what is the difference between CMD and entry point in Docker?
Okay, the values provided in the CMD will be can be changed during the execution, but if we mention in the entry point that values will not be changed.
Okay. So in case if you have to run a Docker image, what
Mhm.
is the command to run?
Docker image, Docker build we have to.
No, to run the Docker image,
Okay,
to create
Docker
a new image.
run the image name we have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
In case if you have to define a port number,
Okay. Yeah. We have to mention that port as well. Docker image, sorry, Docker run image name, and the port we have to mention
how
port
you will
number.
define?
That I I don't remember that exactly.
You have to give -p.
Okay, hyphen P.
Okay. So you have to check some logs of Docker container.
Mhm.
So how you will go inside the container and check?
Is Docker exe command we use. Docker exeit, the container name.
And then,
Sorry,
yeah, can you give the full command?
full command. Not. I don't remember. So,
Yeah, you have to give bin bash at end.
okay.
Yeah,
After exe, we used bin bash, right?
Docker exec -it, and then you have
Hmm.
to give the image name, and then you have to pass in bin bash.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so if there are some vulnerabilities in the Docker image, how we
Mhm.
will find those things?
We have to use the Docker image scanner like try Trivi.
Yeah,
We have to use the tool.
yeah, we can use Trivia or Aquascan
Okay.
so that we will be able to find the vulnerabilities.
Okay.
So why you add dependencies in Maven project in pom.xml files?
Uh, because dependencies are the one that is helpful for running the whole application.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you explain the different components which are there in pom.xml?
Pom.xml, we have like a build version or artifact ID. Uh, uh, Sorry, I don't remember that one.
Repository IDs will be there,
Oh,
dependency,
yeah, that was depends.
plugins, everything will be
Oh,
there.
okay.
So what is Maven plugin?
Maven plugin that is used to integrate it with the Jenkins pipe. Jenkins, right?
No, I'm asking like a Maven plugin.
Maven plugin, not sure.
So in case if you have any application and you have to extend support for those things, then you have to include plugins as well. Okay.
Okay,
So
sure.
we will have something called a Maven plugin. So
Mhm.
we have to define those in goals and behaviors.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So if we have Docker image, how can we
Mhm.
reduce the size of that Docker image? In case if it is
Oh,
like 1 GB, we
okay.
have to reduce the size of that one. Uh, how we can
Mm,
reduce that one?
we can use a multi-stage Docker build. Uh, Using that, we can reduce the image size.
Okay, so can you just tell a sample Docker file how multi-stage Docker build will be?
Okay, so in single Docker file, we use multiple stages like so. Uh, uh,
Yeah, we will as from in the first stage we will use a rich base image, okay, so that
okay,
we will be able to build the entire application. And in the second stage, we will use the minimal base image. For example, we will use Alpine or some other thing,
okay,
so that we can get the reduced size base image.
okay.
So why we need a base image like not base image, like why we need Docker image size to be reduced? What is the advantage of that one?
Uh, okay, the entire application size will be if we have a less a Docker image in size, the entire application size will be reduced, right? So it will not consume more resources in the production environment. That
No, actually the deployment time will be reduced,
okay,
and we will be saving lots of disk space as well, because
okay,
we will be deploying this image in multiple clusters, right? So
yeah,
that it will consume more resources, so it will
okay,
be reducing that resource consumption. But application it will run in the same way. But
okay,
unwanted files which were included in the rich base image, those will be avoided, and it will also increase the security, because
security,
we will be reducing the components, right?
yeah,
So that we will be increasing the security as well.
Okay.
What is the use of config map in Kubernetes?
Okay. Config map is used to define some like predefined value. We can define using the config map. If you want to use it in anywhere on the script, we can use it.
Okay, like what kind of data we will be mentioning in config map?
Like environment variables,
Hmm.
all we can mention.
Okay, if there is any URLs, we can define those
Yeah,
things as well.
yeah, URLs and all.
Okay, what is the difference between stateful sets and deployments?
A stateful set is used for like DB related applications. Like if we restart the application, like pods also, that names and all should not be changed. So it will be having some persistent volume, and the data will not be. Sorry, data will be stored on the volume. So even though if a pod or something goes down, the data will be the same. So for that, stateful applications will be used. Sorry, stateful set will be used.
Okay, and then what is deployments?
Deployment is deployment is used to yeah, like deploy the pods on the Kubernetes cluster. Like using deployment, we can do like auto scaling, auto healing of the pods in
It
the
will be
cluster.
used for stateless applications. Okay, like
Okay,
any web
stateless.
apps or any apps will be
Okay,
for stateless applications. We will use deployments.
okay.
Okay, so if your pod is stuck in crash loop backup, so how you will
Okay.
troubleshoot those things?
Crash loop backup. Okay. First, we have to check the logs for the pod, like kubectl logs pods. So based on that, we can check it. Also, we have to check the liveness probe and the readiness probe of the pod. So based on that, we can check it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is ingress in Kubernetes?
Ingress is like it controls the inbound traffic of the inbound traffics for the traffic of the pods. It controls.
Okay,
Yeah.
um, so what is a daemon set?
Uh, Demon set. Sorry, I don't remember.
Daemon set actually it will be running in each and every node. It will be
Okay.
used for monitoring the applications. Like you can deploy any monitoring tools.
Okay.
Um, what is the difference between PV and PVC?
Uh, PV is a persistent volume, so we create PV and then it will be like appended to PVC, like persistent volume claim. It will be appended.
Okay.
So that's what I remember.
So,
Yeah.
uh, what is the difference between cluster IP and node port in service
Okay.
mesh?
Okay. For cluster IP, like we can have the access to the pods only if we have access to the cluster. Only we, sorry, only within the cluster we can access to the pods. So for node, if we have access to the node or EC2 instance, we can have the access to the pods. So that is the difference.
Cluster IP is for internal communication.
Okay.
You cannot access anything outside that cluster. Okay. Node port
Okay.
actually you will be able to access on nodes, different nodes. You will be able to communicate. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know the range of ports for node port?
No, sure.
It will be from 30,000 to 32,878.
Okay.
What is HPA?
Horizontal pod auto scaling.
Okay, what is the use of that one?
Uh, like whenever the uh, okay, whenever the inbound like traffic is increasing, it will increase the pods based on the limits that we set on the HPA. For example, if we set like 10 pods, like initially it will be 2. So when the traffic get increase, it will uh, increase the pods 3, 4, like that, based on the limits that we set.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is RBAC in Kubernetes?
RBAC is a role-based access control. Like in Kubernetes, each and every services we can like define RBAC, and only the users and groups and service accounts that have access, that can access to the services.
Okay, like what are the different types in it?
Uh, RBAC. Sorry, I don't remember.
Okay. Can you explain VPC in AWS?
Yeah. Okay, so VPC is a private network that is created in AWS. So we can define the VPC using the CIDR network range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain all the components?
Okay, VPC will be having private and public subnets, and it will be having an internet gateway to enable the outside communication, and uh, in yeah, internet gateway and private and public subnets. That private and public subnets also can be defined with the side ranges, and it uses NAT gateway for not NAT gateway placed on the public subnet. Public subnet. Using that, private subnet can access to the external internet. So these are the components.
Okay. How many internet gateways can we have in VPC?
Only one internet gateway for one PC.
Okay. So what you will place in private subnets?
In private subnets, we can place like secure informations, like secure applications, like databases and all. We can place.
Okay. So in case if any of the EC2 instances which are deployed in private subnet, if
Hmm.
they need to update anything inside it, how it will
Hmm.
get internet connection and how you will do the setup.
Okay, I'll enable that NAT gateway, and route table also will be there. So route table enables the communication between the private subnet, NAT gateway, public subnet, and then internet gateway. That's how it goes.
Okay.
I think.
What is elastic IP?
Elastic IP is okay. Yeah, that is the static IP assigned by AWS for accessing the internet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
that will.
where can you assign that to an VM?
Yeah, we can assign it to the VM on public subnet. We can assign.
So what is the advantage of elastic IP over normal public IP which is assigned to a VM?
Okay, no, normal IP, if we assign, it will be changed when the VM get restarted, like EC2 instance get restarted. But the elastic IP will not change. It is a static IP address. Even though we restart the EC2 instance, it will not be changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in case if you have to build a package using Maven,
Mhm.
what is the command you will use?
Uh, Maven, not sure, Ashok. Maven, I don't remember actually.
Yeah, it will be Maven package or
Okay.
like it will execute all the stages. So you can define any stage like a Maven deploy or Maven package so that the package will be ready.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so can you explain the different stages like declarative pipeline, Jenkins declarative pipeline?
Jenkins declarative pipeline.
Yeah, how it starts and how it goes.
Uh, you mean pipeline script you are
Yeah,
asking?
yeah.
Okay. Script. So first we have to mention the tools and all. Then
How
we have
how it will start? What you will give in the first line? It will start with pipeline.
okay.
Then you will give agents.
Uh,
Then you define the tools and stages and stage.
Stages. Okay. Yeah, stages, and inside stage we for each and every stages like Git everything we write the pipeline. Yeah.
Can you explain the Kubernetes architecture?
Okay. Kubernetes architecture majorly contains two main components. So one is control plane that is having API server, scheduler, and etcd control manager and cloud control manager. The other part is like worker node. It is having kubelet, runtime dependencies, and kube proxy. So that is the architecture of Kubernetes.
For worker node?
Worker node, kubelet, kube proxy, and runtime dependencies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what will be the runtime dependency?
For running the container, we use Docker runtime dependencies. Like that.
Okay. Like, can we have any other runtime or only Docker?
We can have another runtimes also.
Okay. Okay, Karthik. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.